welcome back. Today we're going to learn how to draw a panda, and I want you all to follow along. I'm going to show you how to draw it step by step. So what you need today is you need a pencil and paper. You need something to color with, whether it's markers, crayons, colored pencils, pens, whatever. You really only need a black and a green if you're going to follow along with us. And a blue. We're going to do the sky blue. All right, good luck. Let's follow along. All right, to get started, we're going to start with the shape of the head. And so we're going to draw a football shape. Now, this is not a very realistic one that we're drawing. It's kind of cartoony, but it's really cute. So we're going to start with a curve like this. Let it come out to a bit of a point. And then a curve on the bottom, just like that. And feel free to slow this down whenever you need to if I'm going too fast. So once you have that, we're going to add a little bit of fur, a little bit of tuft of the fur here. Draw it darker so y'all can see it. Then I'm going to erase part of the line that goes underneath that. Just like that. So it kind of looks a little more like an actual animal when we're done. Then we're going to draw the ears. And they're rounded little shapes that come up on the sides, like this. They're kind of flat across the top, and then rounded on the sides. On either side, on the top of the football. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to draw the eyes. Now the eyes, panda's eyes are black. They have that big black circle around the eyes. So we're going to draw that. Our first circle, we're not going to make it an absolute circle. We're going to kind of make it a little lopsided here. It's almost like a square that's kind of drooping on one side. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Straight line down. Make this line come down some. This line come down and then connect over on this side. And if you mess up, you can always erase. That's why we always start with pencil first. And then I'm just going to make a little circle on the inside of those shapes. Now the nose can be just a simple triangle upside down. Little round, soft little triangle like that. So there's the head of the panda that we're drawing. Now, to draw the body, I'm going to look. Do you see where this eye is? Kind of right under that. Right out to the outside of that. I'm going to draw a bit of a curved line, not all the way to the bottom of my page, but close to the bottom of my page. Let me move this up a little bit so you can see, but close to the bottom of the page. I'm going to make a straight line and then come over to the inside of the eye right here. And I'm not drawing from the eye, I'm just kind of lining it up so I know how far apart to draw it. And make another curved line down. That's going to be one of the front legs of the panda. We're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to do a curved line here. And then from the outside eye, make a curved line there and connect them at the bottom. Now the inside, the belly of the panda, it's going to be a little bit farther behind the legs, so you want this line to go up higher. So the legs look like they're in front, so the legs should be longer than the belly of the panda. Everyone good so far? Y'all following along? All right. Now we're going to make the legs. The panda's going to have its legs coming out to the side. So I'm going to make 2 lines here. It's for the side of the panda, for its leg that's coming out to the side. And before I draw the whole foot, I'm going to draw just a long skinny oval. Can y'all see that? It's a little bit higher than the top of the leg. And from the top of that oval, I'm going to draw a line down to the top of the leg. So there's the top of there's one leg. Top of the foot, paw, whatever, right there. Then on this side, we're going to do the same thing. The bottom of the leg's going to come out here. Top of the leg should be about even. It doesn't have to be perfect. Come out here. From the bottom of the leg, I'm going to draw an angled oval, like that. Then from the top of that oval, I'm going to draw a curved line down until it hits that leg. Now this leg looks a lot longer than that leg, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. I could always erase it and move it back some if I needed to. Then we're gonna draw the, oh, we forgot to draw the mouth. Just a little curve. Let's make it smiley. Then we're going to draw the ground. And I'm gonna put the ground back here behind the panda. Remember, my classes that have already done her, landscapes, the horizon line is where the ground meets the sky, and it's always behind the subject. So this line here needs to go from the edge of the paper to the panda. Then imagine that line going straight across. And you're not going to draw a line through your panda, but you're going to draw that line on this side as well. So that's the horizon line. Now, if you want, this is the next step. If you want, you can add some bamboo to it because that's what pandas love to eat. And we're going to draw some bamboo. We're just going to draw some long, skinny rectangles like this. Long, skinny rectangles. Erase where the horizon line goes through your rectangle. And then you're going to divide it up into bigger sections like that. And you can draw 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter how many you draw. I'm going to draw 2 on this side, I think. And then maybe 1 on this side. A lot of artists like to use odd numbers instead of even numbers to make it look more aesthetically pleasing. Your brain automatically tends to like odd numbers and things, like 3 and 5 and 7. There we go. You can add some little leaves if you want to add some little leaves. It's just a little line with some leaves on it. You can add some little leaves to your bamboo. All right, and that's pretty much it. And now we just have to color it. So to color it, if you're using plain white paper, part of the panda, you're not gonna color, you're gonna leave white. Okay, so I'm gonna get out a black, I'm just using crayon as that's what I have. I'm gonna get out a black crayon. And for me, I like to trace my lines first. This is not a necessity, you do not have to trace your lines. But the arms, right here and here, they would be black. So let's go ahead and color those in. And again, I'm not pressing down hard with my crayon. I'm not pressing down with the tip real hard. I'm holding it sideways and using the side of the crayon. And if you're using marker, do marker. If you're using colored pencil, by all means, do colored pencil. I just happen to have crayon sitting here at my desk, so that's what I'm using. I'm going to color in. Make sure you don't color on the face or the belly. The belly is going to stay white, and the face is going to be white for the most part. Now the ears are going to be black. And the eyes are going to be black. But remember, when we color in the eye, that little tiny circle in the middle of the eye, you need to leave that white. So we're only coloring this part of the eye. And if you want it to be a darker black, again, you can press down harder. I'm just not trying to waste crayon by pressing down too hard. Again, color in the eye. Remember, the white part of the eye stays white. Don't color that in. All right, the nose and the mouth I would also do black. Now the legs, the bottom part of the foot is going to stay white, and we're going to color this part of the leg black. Now I am coloring darker for this part right here where it's behind the arm, because you want it to stand out against the arm. You don't want it to look like it just blends all into the same shape. So I did press down harder right there so you can see the difference between the leg and the arm. Again, I'm tracing my lines. That's not necessary, but I like to trace mine, and then I color it in. And if you have a pink or a light pink and you want to add some little paws, you can add some little narrow circles for the paws of the panda. Again, it's kind of cute. It's not necessarily realistic. Like that. You're welcome to do so. Right, and that's your panda. So for the most part, that part is done. Now we're going to do the background. Personally, because it is cartoony, I would trace the outside edge of the panda's head. And the line for the belly, the line on the outside of the foot, just because I think it will stand out better in your picture. Now you could go ahead and trace your bamboo as well. We're going to color it in green, but because we are not trying to make this look super realistic, you could go ahead and trace the basic shape. All right, now you need to get a blue and a green, and you can do a light green, a dark green, it doesn't really matter. I'm actually going to do a dark green for my bamboo. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to color my bamboo dark green, and I'm going to color in my leaves. My leaves were a little too small to trace. If you drew big enough leaves to trace and still have the inside part of the leaf, by all means trace your leaves as well. Now I'm coloring in each section of my bamboo. Just like that. Then I'm going to go ahead and color the ground the same green. I might not press down quite as hard. And I'm going to turn my crayon sideways and just use the side of the crayon to color in. If you want the grass to be a little bit darker under the panda, that's okay. That will make it look a little bit more realistic, adding a little bit of shadow there. So I'm just pressing down a little bit harder when I'm next to the panda. Again, I'm trying to keep all my lines going in the same direction. It looks a lot smoother that way instead of just coloring all over the place. I try and keep my lines fairly simple. And so around the edge, you might have to go the other direction a little bit so that you don't run off the page, but try and keep your lines going in the same direction as much as possible. There we go. Now the sky, you can do the sky a blue, you could do a light green. Pandas love all the bamboo and everything like that, and so I'm actually, instead of doing a blue sky like I'd originally planned, I think even a light green would look really pretty. So I'm going to come back through here. And I'm going to color in my sky. using a different shade of green than I did my bamboo and my ground. If you do it all the same shade of green, it's definitely not gonna work. If you don't have a light shade, if you only have one shade of green, color your sky blue. You want it to stand out differently than the ground and the bamboo. Blue would be very pretty on there here too. And there you go. You have your panda and the bamboo, and it looks so pretty. Good job, everybody. I can't wait to see pictures of everyone's.